Yep, red light.
That's one we Yeah. The one with the light and the fence. It's the two houses, but the one on the left with the lights. The other thing I know, I don't mind verification, but like, there's no other little houses, right?
Yeah.
I'm just,
yeah.
I don't want the standards so high, but I get it. I'm just like. Or like I said, I need to take pictures of it and say like that's the house I mean, like that, because that's the one that's easiest to see, right? It's got the lights. It's easy. It's why we look at it. It's why I drive there.
It might not be bad. Like we were talking about, like with Meredith, just at least like getting
like a
pictures of like
the lake type thing.
Yeah. Like of all the points that we kind of face.
So anyway, that's when they're having those, these issues with the. Because I said, then you have, I said, what ends up happening is then you have 8 coxswains in the boat, 9 coxswains in the boat. And I said, that doesn't work. We need 8 rowers and 1 coxswain, and everyone's got to do their job.
Right.
And you can't have, there just has to be enough confidence in everyone to do what they need to do to make it all work.
Yeah.
Because having 8 other coaches in the boat doesn't help them either, really. So I said, I'm going to let them make their mistakes, do whatever they need to go do, and then we'll have to correct it. I just don't think, 3C yelling something doesn't help anybody.
No.
So we need to, we need to get a better result, I guess. So I said no. So don't yell random instructions. Don't really yell anything.
Right.
Unless there is imminent risk of a accident or collision or something else. Right.
Yeah.
And that's the problem. So the problem is, but here's the thing. I don't think they're yelling because they thought we were close. I think they're yelling because they thought. That makes sense. So
yeah, that makes sense.
I said, do not silently run into, but.
Silent movie.
Yeah, but I do want, the solution to bad steering is better steering. That's what we got to do. So we got to get better steering. Not on intercept courses that theoretically people should be freaking out, and then we should be okay.
Yeah. No, there's in the coxswain clinic that I've drawn up, I've actually broken it down like a lot further, so like I listed
steering or commands or what?
All of it, like in terms of priorities, like so like the first 3 priorities of a coxswain. First one is safety, next one is steering, the next one is speech, anything doing with your mouth, and then I broke up in the speech what your priorities were within the speech. So like directional calls, then informational calls, and then technical, then rhythm, and so on and so forth.
That breakdown, that one article you said, exactly what I think we need to see. I still want to make sure we need an A+, like step 1, which is the managing of the boat, that type of stuff. Make point A to point B, course stuff. It's about like qualifying experience, coxswain teaching kids or whatever. It was always the like we get through this. Like I don't expect them to steer perfectly immediately, but it's more like there's not like some secret technique to, I mean, as long as the rudder functions, that's how the boat was. Then you kind of maybe introduce the concept that hey, you do have rowers in the boat, you can steer with pressure too. There's all kinds of different combinations of things you can do, right?
Yeah.
Once we figure that out, then it's kind of like, there's not that much, then we start kind of naturally moving into commands and more awareness, and then be able to manage workouts, and then managing race plans and things like that. But it's funny is I never felt like I had to do a ton of like, I don't know what the tip is in order to keep a point. Right? When I coach bow seats, I'm sitting there going like just, bow point, stern point, keep your foot on the right course, and that's kind of pretty much it, right? There's not that much more to it.
Right.
Like I said, I think I need. So that's what my theory was, that they were either getting distracted or information overload with other stuff, whether it was them trying to call the workout or looking at stroke rates or whatever.
Yeah.
It's like you're, trying to change the radio station, except then you drive off the road, and that's obviously we can't have that.
Yeah, it's like definitely like at times, like in terms of like all that there is to juggle, it can be like trying to change the radio station and adjust the gear, and then also drive.
And I agree that like I said, it's not an advocate for distracted driving.
Yeah.
But here's the thing: those parallels are accurate. However, the thing doesn't go as fast as a car. This isn't a highway. You're like driving your car in a wide open parking lot, basically. Don't just that type of thing. So
right.
the margin for error is slightly bigger.
Yeah.
So I am not diminishing the multitasking nature of this. Yes, the multitasking is, there's a lot of it. But,
Yeah. No, that's.
If this is bad, wait till you get in a head race when there's multiple other crews and things are actually getting a little bit more dynamic, right?
Oh my gosh! Like at Head of the Hooch last year, like just making our way up to the start line was
there's
like
more stuff going on. I want them to be confident that I'm going to drive them left. That's okay, because I know how to make the boat. I'm going to try. I'm going to cut left and then come back around right, and we're going to make this turn. It's going to be great. Whether or not that plan works or the best plan, those are like slightly intermediate to more advanced level skills.
Right.
I just want to be like, I tried to turn left and then I tried to turn right, and then I did that properly. That's what I'm worried about sometimes. Like things like, I'm trying to go from here to here, misjudging the gap, or saying, I was trying to go through this gap on the bridge, but I just got in the wrong position. I didn't steer it right, and now we had to make some massive course corrections. That would be unfortunate because that bridge is static. That bridge isn't going anywhere.
Right.
So you should be able to line up your course on that bridge well in advance, right? And then hopefully be able to successfully navigate it. Now, obviously, with the traffic, things change, but...
Yeah,
That's what that's what I'm hoping to see. Like I said, I can't even really get to even more like race strategy type things.
Yeah, it's tough when you can't get off of square one.
Right.
Her hands there. Yeah, that'd be great. Thanks. Yeah, and every time we stop, if I could give a little lesson or tip.
I want Michelle to continue to be learning how to do stuff, but I guess I'm primarily be Lacey today.
Yeah. Michelle's picked it up really, really well.
I know. That's get it. Like that's how it usually works with kids. I think either you got it or you don't. And not that I don't have time, but just kids like really instructive.
Yeah. I wonder if it has. When did did Jen jump in to a intro to rowing clinic first, or with you, or because I know Lacey. Oh, okay. Okay.
All right, Michelle, that's good. All right, let's turn and let's turn up towards the south end, please.
Hey, Michelle, awesome point. Really good.
Church steeple, please.
Ooh, the church steeple. That's a new one for me.
I'm not trying to pick on every single thing,
Mm-hmm.
but she's nervous and she feels like she needs to grow up. If she would just turn, she'd be fine, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't mind her getting a little bit further away, but now like we're far enough away now. Now we're going away.
Mm-hmm. Man.
So I don't know. And like I said, I just because they're doing it differently than what I would do, but that seems unnecessary.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Like if we get perfect steering, I'll settle for like really big, largely spaced river turning.
Right.
But the reason I didn't want to go over here is because now there's two obstacles
Yeah.
to play.
Yeah.
So it's okay. I'm just trying to think about. I'm not concerned about that particular one, but I'm just trying to piece together the logic on stuff in a way that maybe makes sense to somebody.
Yeah. Hey, Lacey. Awesome line getting all the way to here. Yeah, it was really straight, really good. Yeah, whenever you're making like, turns or adjustments with, yeah, perfect. Whenever you're, so you got the few obstacles coming up right there. Just be aware of that. But when you're making adjustments with the steering, make sure, just like with anything else, like with the rowers, make them small adjustments and make sure to bring it back, bring the knobs back to center, so then we can get that rudder going straight. Yeah.
Michelle,
But
come over here.
that was a great line though. Yeah.
So I can maneuver this way and bring us closer together and then avoid that. Does that sound like
No, it won't work. I mean, it'll work, but it's easier. We'll just go on each side. Michelle, come over here, please.
So I'll go to the right of it?
Yes, please.
Can I have shoe seat?
The other thing, which is not like super advanced technique, but like steering on the stroke versus on the recovery.
Yeah.
Especially on sharp turns.
I do have that actually in my syllabus.
I